What do you think of perspective?
Perspective is the depth of space, is how things got foreshortened as you're stepping back or as you stepping forward. Basically, it's a subject looks bigger when it's closer to you, and it looks smaller and fading away when it's putting backwards. And perspective usually shows subject in space, how it tilted, how the direction goes from here to there. So classic perspective is like a triangle. You might see it's like a very deep space in a triangle shape. Usually paintings are square shape or longer shape, but I think it's a triangle space. And then later on, contemporary painters, they like curved perspective, because when you looking forward, you look something right in front of your eyes and you stay still, but you will pay attention to something else surrounding your eyeballs, not just the thing in the middle, but something else going on around, and it looks like a circle. So it's very different if you look at something with your own physical eyeballs or with a camera lens. It will look different. One is straight, classic perspective way. The other one is rounded. I think we can say it's contemporary perspective way, since a lot of painters and draftsmen use that technique in their work. Some people say it's wrong, you shouldn't do that, but I think that's natural, because I indeed noticed this phenomenon, because you look at something in the middle and you notice something else going around as a circle, as the background. So it's not just a point in the middle, but everything going around together as one entire thing. So it's not from this point to that point tilted that way, not only like that anymore, but the surroundings has something to do with the main factor going on in the middle. And there may be several perspective distinguished points, how to say that somewhere something disappeared there. It seems like it's going far away, and as you're searching for it, as you go after it, you want to catch it, you want to know where it goes, and it just disappeared there. And there may be two or even more in the picture. That can cause a lot of confusion, but I think that's also beautiful. That happens especially when you are moving or when there are several light sources. If you look at a street view through your window, you may see the street view, trees, cars, people on the streets, and some red roofs or some clouds. Also, you may see your own reflection on the glass, your own eyeball, your own face, and the interior room. Everything in your room has a reflection on the glass of the window, and also at the same time you can see through the glass and see what's happening down the streets. So In this case, you have two projections going on together. One looks real, one looks very transparent, but overlapped. That's very interesting. So that's very typical, has two perspectives going on. One is flat, horizontal, the other one just a downward, falling down to the ground, going up to skies. If you look up and down, down and up, or you move your head, it's rounded again. So it's no longer a picture anymore. I think in that case, it's easier to show with a camera, like a brief video movie, and you look up and down, left and right, and look at your feet, and turn around, look at your own room, and then you look at the glass, you see your own reflection on the glass. So it's perspective also, but it's just merged into everything you see, because it's never has a starting point where everything began like academic classical teaching, academic drawing method. You start with a point, and a direction has to be managed well in certain orders. But in reality, like the example I just told you, it's not a starting point anymore. It could be any point in the air, anywhere you like, and it may be just something attracts you, and you look at there, and then you look around, and then you move on. So the perspective is moving. I think that's very interesting. It's more like a movie. So movie is like moving perspectives. And in this drawing I'm doing, there are at least 2 or 3 perspective things going on. There's not only one point control of things, but several that overlapping, but not very obvious. This is a narrative actually. Just let's show this. Turn back. There's a male sculpture here, and there's a female sculpture here, and of course there's a conversation going on. He's trying to say something. He's saying something, and she's just busy. I'm listening, but I'm busy. All right. It's kind of speechless, silence. But so many things going on here, like the sculpture stools, sculpture tables, this iron supportive structure of this work, and the base and the box and the little sculpture tables and the base. So there are so many directions going on, upwards, diagonally. I like that a lot. If you look at the original picture I took about 7 years ago, I like the shadows on the ground so much, and I like the windows a lot. So you see the perspective fading back, going so far away, right? And there's a horizontal perspective going on also. So that's perfect, so beautiful. And there's a perspective between the male sculpture and the female sculpture also. There's a triangle shape between the two. And if you look at classical painting, usually you will see triangle perspective, or you may see composition. There's a lot to learn, because sometimes if you do perfect triangle composition, the picture may look stiff or look like suffocated sometimes. But if you try to break the balance and also keep the balance in a way breathing kind of more interesting, but very skillful. You need to do a lot of studies and experiments to see how to find the suitable way you need. I think that's it.